Hello everyone, welcome back to another Grimgar video. In today's video, we're going to talk about the leaks that have been coming out recently for the illustrations for Volume 20. Let me make this very clear, just in case you guys aren't aware, there are going to be massive spoilers possibly in this video. I'm going to be speculating what these illustrations mean, what it means for the future, what that could mean for the characters, especially one in particular, and why I think as much as it's great that people have hope for the future of Grimgar when it comes to certain things, I don't think people should get their hopes up quite yet. I'll explain more when we get to it, but let's start with the first leaked image, an image of Haru standing in very bright light. First off, this illustration looks very pretty. The text in this image says, which by the way, I'm going to leave the link to the translator in the comments down below. This is where I found this translation. Keep in mind, these translations are not official, so they're kind of rough. The world contained two gods, Lumiaris, the god of light, and Skullhel, the god of darkness. But it is not only Lumiaris, Skullhel, also, he comes. After her, he is also coming soon. What would happen if he appears on our soil? The light above and the darkness below. Okay, couple things. First off, technically, they're not the only gods in the world. Technically, hunters have their own wolf god, and there's also a dark god, which you can argue could be offshoots of the light and dark god to begin with for the animals. We don't know, but that's just, I just thought I'd add that. Which, for me, personally, I do think that this is basically just them setting up that Lumiaris and Skullhel are going to probably merge back together into their original body. In Volume 7, when Haru and his friends were trapped in the Dusk Realm, they found information about Skullhel and Lumiaris, and how they are originally one god that broke off into two, and they basically have been at war ever since. Now, what could cause these two gods to merge back together? Probably the No-Life King, or they could be setting up the No-Life King actually being a god of some kind, and he could be the one being counted here. I'm not sure. Or they could just bring some third-party god out of nowhere that I don't know about. I'm putting my money on the fact that they're either talking about the No-Life King, or they're talking about them merging back together to become a new god, and they're apparently going to appear in Grimgar, which, if you know what happened in the Dusk Realm, you don't want them to appear in Grimgar, especially with them merged back together. For those of you that have not watched my videos talking about how the gods are kind of morally kind of gray and a little weird, this could lead to Grimgar having a mass reset of, like, a world. One of the main reasons why I think that the world's going to go into a mass change, it's in an interview where the writer was talking to someone and he was telling them that they were preparing for the sequel series of Grimgar. I think Volume 20 and 21 are going to bring huge changes to the story, and this god that is being implied in this illustration might be one of the main reasons why this happens. Now let's talk about the next leak that's got me personally very worried. Everyone else is extremely happy and is having such a great time, but like, yeah, I have hope for the story. It's an image of Haru and Mary embracing.
It's a trap!
I'm going to actually use two translations for this, so I'm going to credit both people who actually translated it. First translation is, "Trust me, Haru." Mary extended her hand towards me. I didn't doubt it. "Take your hand." It was undoubtedly Mary's hand. "I believe in you." I answered yes. I'm glad to hear that. That one sounds weird, so I'm going to use the translation I got from my comment section. So thank you to Wataru Ford 8003 for your translation. "Trust me, Haru." Mary extended her hand toward me. I didn't hesitate. I took her hand. There was no doubt about it. They were Mary's hand. "I trust you, Mary," I responded. Okay, I'm going to call it now. If this is a dream sequence, I'm going to be mad. It might be a dream sequence. I'll be honest. This is kind of the shit the writer would pull to fuck with the community. But this also could mean that Haru meets up with the No-Life King again, and the No-Life King gives Mary some time to talk to Haru, which I think is pretty sweet, honestly. But people are forgetting that in the end of, like, I think Volume 18, there was a time skip, like, bonus chapter where you see Haru and Ranta years later, and Haru's still looking for Mary and trying to figure out how to do something with relics. We don't know if Volume 20 starts in the time skip or not. I'm assuming it doesn't, because I could be completely wrong. I'm hoping that we do actually get Mary back, but I'm expecting this to not be what we think it is, and it could go very sadly. If they are meeting up with the No-Life King and getting this conversation with Mary, I'm expecting Kuzaku and Satora to probably try to kill Haru around this time. They're trying to turn Haru into an undead too. So Haru meeting back up with Mary has a lot of problems, man. Like this is not looking like a positive thing. I'll be honest, like I'm happy to get a little quiet time. They could talk to each other. Very sweet. It's not gonna end well. I'm calling it her now. I know this writer well enough to know that this is probably not gonna end the way you guys think it's gonna end. Also, keep in mind that the only way that we are aware that the No Life King can be removed from Mary's body is if, well, basically if Mary dies. Remember when Jesse transferred the No Life King to Mary? It was not a pretty sight. It was pretty gross. And Aaron Leslie could possibly have a relic to be able to remove the No Life King from Mary's body. But as far as I can remember, I'm pretty sure the story heavily implies that the No Life King is very much like immune to relics effects. This is one of the reasons why the memory suppression drug didn't do anything to Mary. And also, the No Life King is looking for a specific relic in Undead DC to help him, like, control the effects of what's happening in the world right now. But so it seems like he can use relics, but I don't think relics can have the effect that are intended on him, though. So there could be a lot of problems. I'm also really well aware that some parts of Volume 20 have actually been either leaked or released online as a preview to Volume 20. I've been staying away from them the entire time because I want to go in as blind as possible. So please don't spoil anything in the comments. But if Volume 20 does not start with a time skip or introduce a concept of a time skip at all, I'm expecting this to go even worse. We see Haru after the time skip in Volume 18 with Ranta being really messed up. Ranta, in this case, is the responsible one, basically, which is weird. And we might see how Haru gets to that point in this book. So, that's my expectation. But those are my thoughts on the leaked illustrations. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Give me your theories. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, seriously, I want to hear what the community has to say about this. I also made a section on my Discord dedicated to talking about Grimgar, but we have a very strict no spoilers allowed kind of thing going on right now. So if you guys want to go on Discord and actually talk to us about Grimgar, you're all welcome to go in and hang out. Just please be appropriate and follow the rules and be respectful. Thank you to my subscribers over on my Twitch. If you guys want to hang out with us on Tuesdays and Thursdays is when I live stream. And if you guys want to sub, that would help us out a lot. If you guys want your names to be at the end of our videos, subscribe or use the thanks feature here on YouTube and I'll put your names at the end of the video and say thank you to you. Toko Bale, thank you for the sub. Nabro Games, thank you for the sub. Grayson, thank you for the sub. Josias93, thank you for the sub. Ozzy_Nas, thank you for the sub. Jonasaurus Rex, thank you for the sub. RG Has Problems, thank you for your sub. Van Hoofenstein, thank you for your sub. Average Gamer _, thank you for the sub. Grayson, thank you for the sub. Hysteria, thank you for your sub. Hey, Take It Easy Terry, thank you for your sub. And Sangalvan, this is the worst name for anybody with dyslexia. Thank you for your sub. And a special thank you to Norberto Games for your gifted subs and RJ Has Problems for his gifted subs. Thank you for watching and have an amazing night or day. Bye.